about a lot of this stuff. So let's kind of speed up. So the next few episodes, and this just going off my memory, we got basically we're introduced to the class, the entire class, and we got their homeroom teacher Aizawa, and I love this guy. The introduction of this guy, so because you already know I'm an insomniac. I have zero energy half the time, and so that's why I like this. I like this character. I like the homeroom teacher. I like his design too, and that's another thing that we haven't really pointed out. That we can kind of get into that later about the designs of the characters and stuff. But so when they first meet him, and you know it's their first day at UA. Basically, Azawa's like, "Yo, y'all about to test y'all quirks, and whoever gets the least points, whoever doesn't get enough points, you're getting kicked out."
Basically.
And that just scares the crap out of all of them.
Yep. So all of them do their best, and then Izuku's dead last in all of them because he hasn't. This is right after he blew that robot and he destroyed that robot with that punch. So his body's still recovering from it, and Aizawa even knows you don't know how to use this quirk at all. You either throw this shit. We're at the ball throwing at this point. It's like you can't do it because he already took his power out of him once. Because he knew he couldn't handle the strain. His body can't handle the strain, especially after the punch. So he's like, no. Whatever, you figure it out right now, or you're gone. So Izuku figures out how to use it within his fingers, and that alone does it. And then Baku finds out about this whole thing. He's like, "You motherfucking Deku, how the fuck you do this shit?"
It's so funny. So it's crazy because he's so self-absorbed that he's just like, "Hold on, were you hiding this from me the whole time, you nerd?
Motherfucker, you been hiding this shit up here all these years, you bitch."
It's like Deku does not have a quirk, and then Ida's like, "Yeah, he has a quirk. You didn't know what he did at the entrance exam?"
Yeah, that's how. I guess he didn't get word of it until now.
Yeah, man. That it's. Oh yeah, one other thing I wanted to point out. Now that you mentioned the fact that he used his finger to, he basically focused all of his quirk into his finger in order to throw the ball and everything. One thing I gotta point out is throughout the series, it's something that you'll easily notice. Deku, he takes a long time to really kind of learn about the most obvious things that he should be doing. Okay, I don't want to shatter my freaking arm, my whole entire arm or whatever, so I need to just focus it into one point. And then he's like, "Oh well, yo, boy, we gonna get into it, but it takes this man a long time to really figure out the most obvious things." It's like, "Oh, I can just focus my quirk into my entire body." But we gonna get into that.
You're supposed to be smart, man. What the hell's your issue? What the hell's your problem? You didn't think about the grander scale of everything. So yeah, after that, I thought I pretty much put both of them on notice. It's like, Bongo, you calm your happy ass down. You calm your happy ass down right now.
Aizawa restrains him basically. He's like, "Yo, we calm the heck down."
You better calm your happy ass down. So, and then we figured out that was all bullshit, and they were all gonna pass anyway. I just wanted to light a flame under all your ass.
Nah, he lied to him. He lied to him.
Yep.
He actually lied. No, I'm saying.
Yeah, it wasn't
he lied to him about passing them because All Might brings up to him later on. He's like, "Man, you lied to these kids. You expelled the whole class last year or whatever." He was dead serious.
Yeah.
He does be messing with his students a lot. He be messing with them.
I swear, Kurokoshi looked at Kakashi and looked at a bunch of his stuff, and I'm like, and he was like, okay.
I didn't want to bring up another Naruto comparison, but that was like,
that was one of the first things that kind of, regardless.
That was one of the first things that kind of came in my mind when it was first introduced. I'm like, it's kind of got a Kakashi vibe to him. But so after that, we got what do they call it? The combat training or whatever, where they're going head to head against each other. Two people act as the heroes and two people act as the villains.
Oh boy.
And All Might is supervising. Now, the only thing I didn't like about this whole entire thing, and maybe they show
a shit job of it.
So like, the only thing I didn't like about this thing, and maybe they show the other fights in the manga, but I would have loved to see the other fights. So we got after Bakugo and Deku went, we got to see a little bit of Todoroki, and I think the other guy's name is Shoji, their fight. And then the rest of it was just like a quick montage cut of, them doing their thing. I would have loved to actually get, and I guess this would have made the season a lot longer, but I would have loved to see all those fights kind of take place in in the same amount of time and capacity as the Deku versus Kachan fight, because I feel like they kind of glossed over those. But
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
With the Deku versus Kachan, I definitely didn't expect them to actually have those two fighting so early.
That's another thing I loved about that.
I was like, hold on, already?
Like, wait, we're getting this shit done now?
Are we already about to have our Naruto Sasuke type moment? Like, are we about that?
Tetsuo and coming in a fight.
But,
yes, we were.
I like the fact that during their fight, like Deku, because he took all these notes in a notebook about all these different heroes, and including the people around him, like Kachan. So he's like, hey, he always starts a fight with a right hook, so I'm gonna go to the left and I'm gonna slam this dude. I like the fact that that he just like they definitely showed that he is like what's the word for it? He definitely takes in everything around him, and he's able to apply whatever knowledge, whatever he gets from, whatever he's seeing around him or whatever. But I did enjoy the fight. I love like at the end when Ochaku, she flies toward the she's flying toward the fake bomb or whatever, and then like she lands on the bomb, and like just her expression. Like, they be making her look so goofy.
I know exactly what you're talking about, too. Yeah.
It's like, ah.
But, yeah. About the fight that they had, they pretty much, they made Bago even more menacing, out of the gate, because he is so fucking salty. He really thinks that Deku hid this power from him all these years, and that adds more fuel to it. And it's like, he's at this school. This motherfucker's at this school. He's had the power this whole time. He didn't say shit. And now he has balls. This is some shit. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him today. He's going to die.
Because remember what he said? He said, what did he say? He said, I'm going to hurt you so bad. What did he say? He said, I'm going to hurt you so bad that they'll have to stop the fight or something like that. He said something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Basically. And All Might does a shit job of not interjecting himself into this. Like, a long time ago, he should have, jumped into this. Almost.
Well, he points out that he should have stopped the fight, but he wants Deku to actually see that, yeah, you can. Like, yeah, you can win. He wanted him to actually, you know, see the fight through, and you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, he basically want Izuku to be able to, you know, have confidence that he can win, that he can, you know, use his powers or whatever. That's the best way I can kind of explain it.
Yeah, basically, like, it's more of a, yeah, I want to make sure I didn't make a mistake by choosing you. I think this is just his way of, like, covering his own ass, almost, like, to an extent, but with him, sure, but still, but the fight was awesome, and not only that, just the fact that Deku kind of used Bakugo's own like momentum in order to like the battle, actually win the exam was smart.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was smart. Where he used his smash to basically have the win, because I guess the air from his attack and then the fire from Kachan's explosion, you know, was messing up the top part of the building and stuff, which allowed Ochaku to basically float and, you know, get past Ida and everything. It was smart.
And especially like if he actually used he would have knocked him the fuck out. He probably would have killed him if he actually connected with Bakugo. So it's like,
yeah, because at that point he couldn't control his powers.
Yeah. And after that, Bakugo was about to have a fucking stroke after losing. Before all my interjected.
So that was another freaking thing. That was another thing. I was like, oh my god, is this man having a panic attack? This man is having a panic attack. And I love, during the fight and everything, we got flashbacks. We got, flashbacks of Izuku and him as a kid. You know, their childhood and everything. And I love seeing them as kids and stuff. I like the voices and everything that they do. My brother, one day he walked in a room. He was like, why do the voices sound like that? I don't think the voices are bad. I think the voice acting just overall is really good. But,
Yes.
Like, they showed that even as a kid, you know, they show constantly that Izuku is always trying to, you know, help out people. He's always trying to help out people in need. When they show Bakugo basically fall when he fell into the river or whatever, the river, and then Izuku put out his hand to try to like help him up. But yeah,
he took that as a sign of weakness. Like, not only that, but it's like this kid has been talked up so much during his childhood when his quirk first manifested.
Right.
To the point, like, he's so awesome.
It's like, oh my god, you're so
badass
amazing.
and all that.
It's like, oh my god, you're so amazing, Kachan.
Or do that again.
That's how it be sounding.
It does, unfortunately. But yeah, so that god complex was embedded into him as a kid. So it's like when you have someone
not
like
a god
Izuku,
complex,
like,
but a superiority complex. He has a
superior.
Yeah, he has that, and it's just the fact that, again, like I said earlier, he's self-centered and he's very prideful.
And so it's like you actually like try to help out this kid, like when you've been around him so long, and it's like he takes that as a sign of weakness, and it's like, man, fuck you, I don't need no damn help. It's almost like that, like that just happened. So ever since then, Bakugo's been trying to get rid of his ass for so long, and it's just like I said before, he could never get rid of him. Still, even now.
And then,
so, my pretty much go ahead.
No, go ahead. You were talking.
All my pretty much stops him from like going overboard with it, and it's like, what did he say? Like, don't worry about it or something? Or something like that. Something around the nature.
After the fight? You talking about after the fight?
After the fight.
Yeah, well, after the fight, Izuku tries to go. He goes out. He's like, "Yo, where does Bakugo at?" And they tell him, "Yeah, he just left." So he goes out there and he almost told All Might's secret. He just said, "Oh, I got this quirk from somebody. I can't tell you who I got it from, but I got it from somebody." And then, after he says that, he's thinking to himself, "Oh, why did I say that? I just wanted him to know that I wasn't lying to him."
It would, man.
It's like you can't tell that boy nothing. You like that boy cannot keep a secret. Cause this ain't gonna be his only time. This ain't gonna be his only time, kind of, giving people, dropping a little hints, even if he didn't mean to do it. Like later on. Like, you can't give this boy, like, any secrets. Because even the people around him in his class are, like, they slowly piecing things together, like Todoroki and, Sumi.
Todoroki isn't dumb.
You said what?
And Todoroki ain't dumb. It's only a matter of time before Momo probably puts that shit together, too.
You know what I was thinking? The guy, I'm trying to think of the guy's name with the tentacle arms. His name Shoji.
Can never remember his name.
I believe his name.
Can never remember
Shoji.
his name. Probably, yeah.
That dude. I was thinking, like, if he wanted to, he could have actually listened into all of that.
Oh my God, you're right.
Cause you gotta remember how his quirk works.
Or what? Or hold on, wait a minute, hold on. What the fuck? What's her name, man?
Yeah, it is. It's
Miso.
It's Miso Shoji, or Miso.
Or
Shoji.
Jiro because of her earjack work.
Her too.
It's like it's a bunch of different. It's like two people who could have like listened in on that shit. They were like real nosy.
Yep.
I don't know, man. Like, you shouldn't be telling you.
Oh, no, go ahead.
You shouldn't be telling your damn secret, man, like this. It's like, especially to someone that's like, as egocentric as Bakugo is, especially who's about to have a fucking panic attack about, like, losing to your ass. Why would you tell him anything? It's that little moments like that. So I'm like, you doing too much. You doing too much. No. What are you doing? No.
And of course, it'll all come back, full circle later on.
Oh yeah, it will, because we will be getting to that in a minute, soon, because we're going all over the place as is. So.
Nah, I think we're pretty on track. We're on track. We did kind of skip. I think we kind of skipped a little bit of that episode, but it's okay. Basically, Izuku gets introduced to the rest of the class. Can't even speak. Gets introduced to the rest of the class of 1A, and I guess we can kind of talk about those characters now. Yeah, we can talk about those characters now because after that is the USJ arc. So, with all the other characters in the class, it's 20 different students between the two classes, Class 1A and Class 1B. And something I will say, I like the fact that first of all, it's a big class, it's a big cast of characters in a big class, and I like that nearly every character, just about each one, with the exception of a few of them, they really get their chance to shine, and they all have very distinct personalities. Out of all of the characters, the ones that really didn't get too much of a highlight was like the guy with the sugar quirk. The gay dude, he has his moments where he's just there for like comedy relief. And I gotta look up that guy's name. So I can stop referring to him as the gay dude or whatever. But
yeah, God help us. We don't have any people at our door.
So you like go ahead for a second. Go ahead and kind of talk about some of the characters that you enjoyed or liked. when they first introduced them or whatever. Cause I gotta look up that character's name right quick.
Mina Ashito was unique. The second I like laid eyes on, I'm like, okay, is she an alien? Like, what does she do? I want context on her. Give me
Yeah, I
please
was
add more
like,
context on this.
yeah, I was like, first of all,
We have aliens in this
what
piece.
the heck is she? I like when.
Like,
Nah, go ahead, man.
it's the character design. I'm just like, do we have aliens up here too? Is she an alien? Is she not? Can we have some context here? What the hell crap power she got? It was more like that when I first saw her. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this like, well, this happens later on, during the sports festival. Well, actually, no, I'll save it. But it's just a comment that Bakugo makes about her appearance. I was like, yeah, well, yeah, what is she? And then later on, when she's talking about her hero name, and we'll get into that also. It's like, yeah, what is she? Is she an alien? Is she some type of animal? Like, I cannot find.
Believe it or not,
cannot find that guy's name right now. Oh, here it is. Yuga, I believe it's Yuga Ayama. Yeah, that dude. So I can stop. I'm gonna leave this up so I can kind of reference it. Cause yeah, I was gonna keep referring to this guy as the gay dude, cause that's something I will say that I like about this show is that like every 5 seconds they'll put up the name of a character so that you can familiarize yourself with that character and their quirk and everything. So I like that little small kind of detail. But go ahead, because I think I interrupted you.
Yeah, and that little. Oh my god! Hold on.
What?
I gotta remember this dude's name too. I keep calling him little shit. But,
well, who you talking about? Like describe the person's quirk or whatever. I'll be able to tell you.
Mineta with his little clown, his little perverted ass.
Yeah.
Him.
So like characters like that, they usually kind of get on my nerves. But to be honest, he has a lot of funny moments. He's definitely good.
I'm not gonna lie and say that he doesn't.
Comedy relief.
I swear to goodness, man, her coach, she put that character in there just for the sake of like, okay, yeah, this most the thirsty ass internet. I wouldn't be shocked.
Like some of the stuff that he's doing, like I was just thinking about this yesterday while watching. I'm like, if he becomes a hero, like he's gonna have so many sexual harassment suits or something.
Oh yeah.
Like that crap that he does later on that we're gonna get into definitely. It's like you do realize that people are like watching and like we gonna know if you're stupid till like, oh my god. We know this stupid idiot does something, but yeah, he's funny. So like the characters that I liked as soon as they were introduced. So let me say this: the ones like I mentioned earlier, the ones that really didn't get too much screen time and didn't get too many highlighted moments on them. Koji Koda, who has the who basically can control animals and insects and crap. Rikido Sato, I guess that's how you pronounce the guy's name. He's the guy with the sugar quirk. If he eats a lot of sweets, he gets stronger. And that's something I like about this. Also, something else that I can kind of commend this show is that the quirks are very creative. And of course, like the character designs and everything, like Jiro's quirk and her appearance, that's definitely unique and I think that looks cool. Zero being the take guy, but he gets a he gets a few moments and stuff. But like I said, the ones that don't really get a lot of shine was just Sato, Koda, and what's his name, Yuga, or Ayama, I should say, since I'm going by last names. Like those are the ones that didn't really get too much limelight. But the characters.
You forgot one.
You said what?
You forgot one.
Huh?
You forgot one though.
Who?
You forgot one though. Toru, the invisible girl, who everyone fucking fawns over for some reason. I'm like, what the hell?
No, wait. Go back. Go back.
Toru, the invisible girl. Her?
No. I'm saying. What did you say about everybody?
Everyone fucking fawns over her for some reason.
Really? Wait, hold on. This fan base is that thirsty? Hold on. This fan base is that thirsty over a fictional character that is invisible.
You do not understand. You do not understand what I've been seeing. You do not understand.
It's a freaking weirdos. Like, so not to get sidetracked, right? So not to get sidetracked. So like,
oh my god.
I was trying to look up because I didn't know at first. I didn't know the name of Ashido. So I was looking her up, and I made the mistake of going on Google Images, and let's just say this fan base. Let's just say this fan base is like really, really dirty. But something I will say about. Well, go ahead.
It doesn't help that Horikoshi kind of like has made Nina in particular his poster girl for shit, because he already wishes that he's done more for character by now, and I guess he's just into pink characters. I don't know. I don't speak for him, but you've seen it. I'll move on.
Honestly, I could see them doing some type of episode, because the other character, I want to say like the only other character that they we'll get into Suyu and her filler episode that was kind of centered on her internship. Like she got her moment. I think that I hope that they eventually do something with Ashido. Because what they can do is maybe they have an episode where there's like, I don't know, well then again, maybe that might not work, but maybe someone's afraid of her appearance or whatever. Like they could really dive into her character. But getting back to the invisible girl, Toru, I think what it is, well, what I could say about her character, the reason why I didn't include her, because she actually stands out more than those other characters I mentioned. I mean, they didn't really give her any moments to, like, from a physical standpoint, like, for her, like, fighting or whatever, but she stands out in the fact that it's just her personality. It's her character's personality that stands out the most, and they've made it, like they've made, I'm trying to think, yeah, so they, like, eventually, I would say it was like after, I think it was after the sports festival or whatever, or maybe it was before it or whatever. She talks about wanting to stand out. In the sport, I believe it was before the sports festival. She wanted to stand out, and I feel like there's something to her character also. So that's why I wouldn't say that she really kind of faded into the background like Koda and Sato, and like Yuga, he sometimes he has his moments because he's another character who's like self-centered. He's another character that's like that, but he's basically used for comic relief. But in terms of the characters that I really like the most, there's already one character I bet that you can already guess. You already know I love Bakugo already. But there's another character you can probably guess who it is. I'm gonna see if you can guess who it is. I'll give you a hint though, it is a dude.
Okay. Is it Tokoyami?
Nope. So it's So and this is gonna make sense to you, right? It's Denki. It's Denki Kamimari.
Fucking
You know
boy.
exactly
Barry
why.
boy.
You know exactly why. Because he is the
do.
Kiba. He is the Kiba. He is the
do,
Yamcha
yeah.
of the series. I like to
Right.
not in every
You know
single
what's-
moment. He is the Kiba
my
and the
God.
Yamcha of this series. Like when he's first introduced with so I believe it was after Bakugo and after the fights and everything with Bakugo and Izuku, after that fight and everything, and Izuku goes back to the classroom or whatever. I might be misremembering or whatever. They show him the first thing they show him doing, like him and Ochaku are carrying books, and he's asking her out on a date. But as soon as Ochaku sees Izuku, she rushes over to this guy and starts talking to Izuku, and then Denki's looking like, "Oh man," and this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time, because he's later on he's falling over himself about the chick from 1B that he had to fight during the sports festival.
Grasshead, yeah.
Yeah. And Jiro is just constantly, and I love this too, Jiro's constantly making fun of him.
Oh my God, I just realized something. They're basically oh my God, it just hit me. No, it just hit me. Jiro and Denki are the Beast Boy and Raven of this series.
Well, she's not
Think
really,
about it.
She's not really emo, though.
I know that, but that's oh no. I get it, but think about it. There's little qualities about these two that make you go like, oh my God, he's a fan of Teen Titans too. But I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. He is the keeper of the series. What makes it worse for him in particular is he has lightning. Now, I'm going to get a little personal with this because I am a huge fan of lightning powers and lightning superheroes. Cole McGrath, Static Shock. I know I'm missing someone else, but I'll even put Electro in there. I'll even put a villain in there. But Denki gets shit on so much, and he uses so much of his energy that he just becomes a blithering idiot. And I'm just like, y'all are really, really shitting on lightning, and it's not supposed to be that way. You ain't supposed to do lightning abilities this dirty. Okay? I've never seen someone discharge so much lightning and they become an idiot. Well, even more so. Why did you do this? Why did you do this? He should be a fucking powerhouse in this series, okay? Not what he's been given, is what I'm trying to say.
I believe he also got the lowest, what was it? I think he either got the lowest test scores, or I think he got
He's dumb, too.
Or I think he got
dumb
the
as
lowest.
shit.
I think he got the lowest, well, matter of fact, because I think hold on. Okay, never mind. So, he has, I believe he either had the lowest test scores or the lowest offers after the sports festival. Because I remember him going, "Oh man!"
Jesus.
I remember him being mad over the results.
Right, I remember that too. And I'm like, you guys are just really shitting on one of my favorite abilities to have. If I was to choose if I had the choice to to get powers, lightning would be up on my top 5 list. And you can hear this series is It's like you're not doing it justice. You're just shitting on it, and it's like it isn't until season 3 where it's like, okay, now you're putting some extra respect on it. Now it took you 2 seasons to get to this point, but now
it was his. It was kind of his fault because even Jiro points out. Well, I'm gonna save that for later. But she points out a flaw in the fact that like when they put the applications in for their suits and stuff, she mentions like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you tell them to do this so that your powers can be more precise? So it really is his fault when you think about it. A lot of the scenarios, like with him overcharging himself, like in the sports festival, it was his fault. It was kind of his fault.
Oh, yeah, but still, it's like you put one of my favorite abilities on a dumbass. That's really where I am. You put one of my favorite abilities ever.
Like, I love the fact that he's like just like Keeper, and especially like Yamcha. He's like overconfident. He thinks that he should be the star and everything or whatever, but he's always failing for the most part. Or he's just like, he's not even second tier, not third tier, not fourth tier. He's like 6th and 7th place. Like, that's how those characters are, really.
It's tragic to me. It's tragic.
And for some reason, I just gravitate more to those characters. So like him and Bakugo, I love them the most. But we can kind of get in sidetracked. But I just wanted to kind of talk about the characters because after this, after the part that we were at, and I believe we were just getting off of the Quirk Apprehension test. I believe that was it. Yeah, that.
So.
Was that it? Was that it? I'm trying to make sure. Nah. We were getting off of the battle trial arc. Excuse me. So we can go ahead and get into the USJ arc. And before we even get into that, they have they have this long bus ride. So even before the bus ride, they decide that Ida should be the class president or the class representative. And here's another thing that, because I mentioned earlier about Izuku being kind of, I guess shy or timid would be the best words to use, really. I believe timid was the word that I used earlier, but at first everybody wanted Izuku to do it. But even he realized that, I'm not the best person for the job. Ida's the best person for the job because... Wait, hold on. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not going out of order. Yeah, I believe I'm on track because the paparazzi, the news people and everything, they wanted to get a word from All Might, and then there was this big panic at the school and everything, and Ida was able to calm everybody down. He took charge. And I'll say, like, the characterization for Ida, like we were mentioned earlier, him being a stick in the mud and everything, him being by the books. I mean, I love it, and I love the fact that even though he also wants to look cool and everything as being a hero, he always finds some way to look stupid. Like, they mentioned, I believe it was Kamamari and Sero, they mentioned the fact that he looked like the exit sign when he was trying to get everybody's attention to, calm down. But, after that, we get into, they basically go to the USJ, they're going to the USJ, and they're on the bus, like, they're all talking. And I love the fact that everybody, like, they haven't even known Bakugo that long. They're like, we know that you're hot, man. It's like, shut up! What did you say? I'm gonna kill you!
And basically, they all start shitting on him after the exam, and it's just like, and even Midori is just like, oh my god, they're all taking shots at him.
It's like the roles have reversed. I'm no longer the one being picked on.
Kachan's the one getting picked on.
like I just love, and I can't stress this enough how realistic, because they act like children. Like when you
As they are.
like when you compare this, like, and this is another thing, not to kind of backtrack a little, because I meant to mention this earlier, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like, and I hate to keep comparing this to Naruto, so apologies, but it's like with Naruto we had like the different squads and stuff, right? And like we had Team 7 and all these different teams, and I was trying to look this up the other day. I was like, were there really that many characters? Were there really that many people in like Naruto's, I guess you can say Naruto's class, or like his contemporaries? Like there were just 3 people per squad. Like their Team 7, their team whatever, but like I don't think we really got introduced to all the other teams, if there was any other teams. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we really got like any other teams, unless, because I'm thinking that, you know, under Naruto was what's the name of the kid that he used to you know, when he was teaching the sexy jutsu to. I'm blanking on dude's name. Kamahamaru. Like I'm thinking like everybody under him is like on a different, because he was still a genin. Like he was still in the Ninja Academy when Naruto was a genin or whatever. So I'm thinking like Naruto was Team 7 and like Shikamaru's team is like Team 7 or whatever, or like Team 8 or whatever. I'm like, there was never, like, it didn't really feel like a legitimate, like, I don't know, like a legitimate class. Like there wasn't a bunch of different students really kind of just going in together. Like I don't even know how to explain it, but it's more, I don't want to say it's more organic, but I don't know. I like the setup with this show a lot better when it comes to just all these characters. Just all these characters in one class just interacting with each other like that. Because even going into this, I thought that, because so many people compared it to Naruto, I thought that they were going to be like all split up or whatever. So I like the fact that because they're not split up, and because just about everybody gets a chance, gets a moment of dialogue, or a moment to be funny, or a moment to, you know, have the spotlight. Like you get those moments where they're all egging on Bakugo and you can laugh at it and stuff. Like you just get those small little moments like that. But we can go ahead and talk about the USJ. I know you want to talk about that. I just wanted to bring that up.
No, I actually appreciated that you doing that, because I've never gone over it otherwise. It's like they feel real. They feel more real than Naruto and his other teams ever did. Yeah, and his other like squad members of the Leaf ever did. So, especially even now, it's like we're now seeing character development with them in Boruto in their fucking 3rd series. It's taken years to get to this point.
Yeah,
it's like you got 10 finally.
Not to get sidetracked, but that's another thing. And particularly with the females, I don't think it's I don't think this is something that is gonna be a hot take to say, but it's like Kishimoto really doesn't know how to write women.
He said it himself.
Like in this show, there's so many good female characters. I mean, even the Invisible Girl has something to her. I mean, I'm glad that it's not. And man, I don't mean to get sidetracked, so apologies. But I will say this: it's not like Sakura, like how Sakura was with Naruto, with Sasuke, where like she's so fawning over Sasuke, and then like Ino is fawning over Sasuke. They don't really bring anything to the table. They don't really get better as ninjas until like later on in Shippuden. And it's like Ochaku, like she eventually develops feelings for Izuku, and it feels organic. It makes sense. And even later on, you get like, man, it's just way better here. It's way better here. So I can see why. Well, let me not say that. like I was about to say, I could see why people are kind of like going crazy over Toru, but like not in that weird way that they are doing it for some invisible fictional character. But like I could see why. Like there's a lot of people. I know there's a lot of people that actually like Yazuru. I can't even pronounce her freaking last name. Yazurozu got started. Momo. Like I can see why people go.
Your mama.
Go crazy.
Your mama.
But I can
Just
see
say
why
that.
people go crazy over Momo though. Like there's so much to like about these characters. But yeah, let's go and get into the I'm about to say SJW. Good grief. USJ.
Jesus.
USJ. Let's go and get to this arc.
Jesus.
I apologize.